with us from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, the Arkansas head coach told me before the game this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Razorbacks kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Simmons on the play fake. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked.
He's got it on the outside. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, give to Hardy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The offense changing the play. Back to the ground with the running back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. It'll be third and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. On the run, still looking. Fires left. And the third down pass is incomplete.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to it. There's some room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a give to Hardy. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll try the right side with Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll give it to Hardy. Fights off a defender. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Running the red zone. It's Hardy. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
On the ground, it's Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this deep.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. That's caught. It's Platt. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. He did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll take it himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Jackson will throw. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds his man. It's Brown. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. At the 20, he's got space. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
And the Razorbacks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Push forward on the sneak. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming. You don't let that speed get to the outside.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Barges ahead. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Simmons. With the catch, it's Hardy. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simmons. Lets it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Simmons to the air again. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll run it. It's Hardy. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Final timeout called by the Tigers. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Simmons. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Jackson gonna throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Platt. Timeout taken by the offense as their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 21 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's Cincinnati able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the...
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Jackson will throw. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Makes the catch. It's Lee.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Here's Simmons to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
It'll be 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
They go play action with Simmons. Looking to buy time. He'll throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Tiger. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And I tell you what, this part of the field, once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well.
It's a seam wide open. Out of bounds at the 32, and the chunk play has this offense moving.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Off play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Motion from the back. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Austin Simmons, a play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Hardy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Simmons. Makes the grab. It's Lee. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work for the 1st down in the final period of this one. Just going to keep it after the snap.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout.
Snags it, and he's open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. They'll have a 1st down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
There's a crease. He's got enough for a Missouri 1st down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They go right back to Hardy. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give to Hardy. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Running inside, it's Lee. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the 4th quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment late in this football game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down 1 possession late in the 4th. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Jackson gonna throw it. Slings it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking long. He's got it along the sideline. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player.
Sprinting away. The 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Really nice job getting that touchdown. Now you got to go for 2. You got to tie this thing up, and your defense better get ready because the opponent has time to work the 2-minute situation, drive down the field. This game is far from over.
A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the 2-point conversion. Jackson will throw. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The run inside. It's Hardy. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Here's a give to Hardy. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously, not